All right. Well, cool. Welcome back. Yay, more Age the Awakening. Yay, more Occultist Anonymous. For everybody at home, sorry about episode 1. It was kind of bad. But we're going to be better. This one will have an end card and not just end with John yelling something.
I yelled something at the end?
Yeah.
No, we still have all of episode 2, the second half of that one.
Yeah, they haven't seen that yet when we're recording this. Though, I guess, whatever. You guys will figure it
They
out.
will have seen it by the time that we
They see
publish this.
Yeah. But yeah, so
hello, future past people.
yeah, no, John, you were yelling about the robbing a bank. Yeah. Right at the convention center.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lexington Convention Center.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So when we did actually leave everybody, you guys had gone out, gotten drinks. Mammon had gone off to flirt and basically satiate his satiate his lust. It is his vice, so he got his willpower back. While Songbird, Atratus, and Weird hung out at what was the name of the bar? The Rooster?
Dead Rabbit?
Dead Rabbit. That's right. Yeah, Rooster, Dead Rabbit. Some barnyard animal.
I mean, same animal.
Yeah,
no?
sure.
And then I believe, Craig, you said you after you guys had gotten home, Weird wanted to do something?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
So the two Mysterium folks spent some time away from the rest of us, so I wanted to do some post-cognition.
Oh, okay, cool. And see what they saw. Now, I'm actually really glad that you said that you want to use post-cognition, because I was rereading the spell, and it shows you what the subject was doing and saying, not necessarily everything that happened around them. Now, if you were casting it on an area, you could see everything that happened in that area. So we'll have to, and basically the way I'm looking at it, especially with the sense of scale, is if you're casting it on one subject, but then increase the scale, then you will get more of what was around them. Not necessarily you're just following them. But
when I read it, it says witnesses events as though she were physically present to view them. So it's like I was there as invisible observer when it took place.
Okay, yeah, with the subject. Yeah, let me see here. Because then I think the issue then might be that it's for a place and not following a subject. I remember reading it. Let's see here. Post-cognition is 1 dot, right? No. Yeah, 1 dot.
1 dot.
Because that is a really powerful spell for
a 1 dot spell.
For a 1 dot
with
spell.
Reach. Well, with Reach, it becomes powerful.
Right, but that's the thing. Like, even then, can see into the past of a subject, witnessing events as if they were physically present to witness them. May view and change. More distant past was the
time 2 is the more distant past, and
views from real time from a moment declared when casting into the duration of until the duration. Okay. So while viewing loses all defense. Okay, and then you can speed up, slow down, rewind. Okay, so
if your duration is an hour, you can only see from the point you cast it to an hour back. Yeah.
That is how I'm. Yeah. Because and specific. Okay. That's
so that I can get up and start a ritual.
Okay. Cool. So
that wakes me up.
So we fast forward to about 5 a.m. Songbird, your alarm goes off.
Yep.
And what are you doing?
I am going out into an area of the great room that I have cleared out.
Okay.
It's about like a 10-foot square patch on the ground, or 10-foot radius, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. So actually, hang on. Let me pull up the layout here. So, yeah, perfect. Actually, so as you make your way from the master suite and then out to the great room, you kind of pass by your kitchen. There's a gentleman in your kitchen.
Excuse me?
Yeah. It's let's see here. 23-ish, 6'3", 220, kind of leaner side of things, but looks like he probably works out a little bit. Looks like he's in like his PJs, like a tank top and like boxers, just kind of very, casual. And he's sitting on one of your kitchen counters in his boxers. So, I mean, dude, violation, but, and is chilling. And as you walk by, he's just grinning at you.
Buddy, what the fuck are you doing in my house?
Hanging, man.
Do you mind telling me who you are and how you got in here? Before I call the police?
Oh, yeah, call the police. That'd be great. I'd love to see you explain that. Call the police.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, go ahead. Call the police. I'd love to see this. This would be great. Go ahead.
All right, phone's out.
Okay, cool. Operator picks up. But explain this, and then he's gone.
Motherfucker. Cool.
You're still on the line with the operator in case you want to do something.
Yeah, that's fine. Activate Prime magic site.
Okay. And let me pull that up so I can remember exactly what that does.
I guess they both work at the same time.
Right, you can activate both if you wish. Yeah.
So forces and Prime.
Yeah, forces definitely will not do anything. Let's see here. Prime highlights anything that you can use as a yantra, the presence, if not composition of any awakened spell or attainment effect. Can recognize tasks with a glance or tell if they're in a hallow or node. Okay, none of that picks up. Yeah, now hang on. Are you because in my mental picture here, you are like in the hallway and looking into the kitchen. You haven't like come in there or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think I've moved.
Okay, cool. Actually, I'm gonna.
I'm getting a secret message.
Aha! There are secret messages indeed.
Where's this going?
Yeah, I know. It's the best part of Discord and the camera. Like, who's typing? Who's doing that? And for whoever needs to respond, that's /W space GM. And then.
Oh, I see. I'm gonna go into the kitchen.
Okay. As you get a little bit closer, like you're starting to pick up. Okay, yeah, there is something weird there. But yeah, your Prime site is not picking up any kind of awakened spell.
All right.
As you walk by where the figure had been, there's kind of a cool spot, like a kind of just like a patch of cold air that's sitting there.
Sure.
That's it.
All right. I get back on the
phone.
Like kind of lift my phone back up and pardon me. I'm sorry. I woke up in the middle of the night. It appears I've been mistaken. There's no one here.
Sir, are you sure?
I'm very sure.
If you're under duress, just say no. Everything's fine. Okay, cool. Have a good day, sir.
Apologies.
Yeah. And then the operator waits for you to hang up.
Okay, I hang up.
Okay. The figure appears right beside you, kind of like leaning over your shoulder, down at your phone. Yeah. So how'd that go, bud?
Cool.
he laughs. He's like, yeah, this is kind of cool, isn't it? Nice place you have. And he just saunters in his boxers out to your great room and like just kind of checks in, kind of looks out the windows, stands in sunlight.
What the fuck are you? And why are you here?
Well, hang on. Let's do this fair, all right? I ask a question, you and then you do, all right? We're gonna do this back and forth.
Okay.
Cool. All right, I'm Gabe. Nice to meet you. Hi,
Gabe.
How do you own all this? Like, are you rich?
Yes.
Cool. All right, cool. I mean, you can ask one back. I mean, this is back and forth.
I already asked mine. What are you?
Oh.
How did you get here?
Getting here is, how to explain that? I got tugged here, I guess, is the way to say it. I got pulled here.
I immediately shot for the other two.
Oh, okay. For Weird and Tratus.
Weird and Tratus. So
Weird is actually probably up, possibly trying to cast a spell again.
Yep.
I am very asleep.
So yeah, Weird, you kind of like, probably awake, but still kind of morning-ish, kind of poke your head out.
Yeah.
I'm just going to angrily, groggily stick my head out the door at you. What the hell do you want?
Does this thing
hi.
belong to you?
Yeah.
Gabe Wise. Hey, Emily. Wait, Emily, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hey, Emily.
Hi.
You sleep well?
Yeah, it was nice. Real nice bed.
He's an early riser.
Yeah.
Now,
so no successes.
Here's the very important question here, and I'm going to give you this one this once because it's not actually challenging, but because you're going for
a critical failure.
Yeah, dramatic failure. So
dramatic failure.
Take a actually no, perfect. So go ahead and take a beat. And then you also take a condition because I just realized that this is a thing. Let's see here is it this one? Yeah. So you now have the leg rack tilt. It is
sprained your ankles.
It's a little bit more than that. It's pretty rough. If it had been the 0 and just been that'd be the sprained ankles, and we'll walk it off in a little bit. Leg rack means effectively. You have your speed. You have a -2 penalty on physical rolls that require movement and defense. Both yours haven't. Ending the tilt. So it says how to get rid of the tilt if it's the result of an attack, but nothing about if it's not caused by an attack. So we'll
close
say,
enough to an attack, really.
I mean, I have an idea.
Do tell.
We both have life spells.
First aid.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So are we going to do this while upside down?
Yeah. Bandage her up.
Sure. Okay. Weird. It's a flip, and it's like, oh, my dress toga robe sheet thing, and then suddenly you're falling, and your leg should not bend quite like that. Ow.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got kind of tied up in the sheet, and when I tried to parkour, I ended up like landing sort of on my ankle and knee, and then into my hip, and yeah. Ow.
Which actually, I know you guys brought up the first aid thing, but I'm going to remind Weird that you can actually use mana to heal wounds.
Yep.
So I'm going to remind that to Weird, but you guys decide how the scene goes.
Yeah, I don't have first aid. I was trying to see if I had any like life spells that were basically patching you up, but
gotcha.
I can just cure poison.
Yeah, you got to get into like life 3.
I think we I think I hop out and like land on the sofa.
Sure.
And like ask Atratus to like help me kind of slowly wiggle her out of the edge of the spell.
Yeah. Ow. Easy.
Arms out.
Drop her on you. Yeah.
I mean, it's like a 15-foot ceiling, so it's not that far of a drop.
Right. But
if
on a busted up leg
much.
already. Right.
Yeah.
And a busted up leg already.
Right. So I guess catch her. Do I need to?
Yeah, no. We have beat weird up enough.
Cool. I guess medicine and
to patch her up. I'm trying to remember. There is a specific.
Is it wits?
I think so, but
medicine rolls are a thing.
Yes, wits plus medicine. But I'm trying to find
specifically. I think I'm just like trying to grab something that's nearby, like maybe even like the rod that I used to cast the spell earlier, kind of just like laying around. So just like something to just like kind of like splint her ankle real fast.
Sure. Where is there? They are. Skills are under.
Okay. How many dice do you have then?
I've got.
I'll have 5.
I've got 4. So yeah.
Okay. So you want to roll help?
So am I rolling to assist you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I believe a dramatic failure is the only thing that would be a negative to his pool, which you can't get unless you decide. Okay, so you increase your.
So I got 1 extra dice.
Yeah, so 6. There you go. Yeah, splinted up pretty well. We'll say that mark 1 bashing damage, which would just be 1 hex. Or one slash, but we'll ignore the leg tilt, and so you're hobbling at full speed for now. The bashing damage will go away in a while, or you can use some mana to remove it.
So the leg tilt is not resolved. We're just ignoring its effects.
Correct.
I'll burn a mana to resolve it.
Okay. Cool. And it's more than a mana, I believe. But let's see here. Wait, hang on. That's not down in healing, believe it or not. It's somewhere else. Through Awakened Eyes, Mage Society, Character Creation, The Awakening. There we are.
That was like 1 per bash and like 3 per.
It's something like that. Let's see. Beats. Scroll. Arcane Experience. Gnosis by Path. Effects of Gnosis. Mana. Pattern Restoration. As an instant action, 3 mana points can heal it's 3 mana per level of bashing damage.
Jesus. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe just.
But I get a beat out of it then.
No, because it's a tilt, not a condition.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right. No, I'll hobble along.
Okay. Now that said,
that's expensive. 3 mana.
It is, but it's more of one of those, especially when you guys have a little bit more, where you'll try and do it yourself. That said, you will recover 1 point of bashing damage after 15 minutes of rest.
That's not bad. Just need to chill a bit.
You just chill on the sofa, and I think I am like coaching you through some of the more like
breathing
basic
techniques and
I was just gonna say distracting you from it by like talking about like a little bit of parkour and how to land and maybe not to wear a toga while you're doing it.
Sure.
But I think I'm just trying to express like empathy and I don't know, make a little bit of a connection between the two of us.
Cool.
I'm gonna go put your clothes in the dryer.
Thank you very much.
So nice, yeah. Gabe, actually, at this point, Gabe is no longer visible to anybody.
Yeah, he's gone.
Those two.
He's invisible.
Yep.
Just an aside, Weird's going to take note about how this little incident brought everyone together to work as a team.
Yeah, just break your leg and we all come together.
So as you guys are kind of going about, Tritus is moving laundry, Songbird is having a thing. So I have an idea about when is Mammon waking up?
10 o'clock.
So we're approaching there, but not quite there. Tritus, the next time you look at your phone, you will see that you have a text message.
Okay.
And basically, I have to go find the right notes. So yeah, you have a note. Or a text that basically says investigate Jersey City for evidence of what did it say? Ephemeral entity activity, which is a nice way of saying it's some kind of spirit or ghost if we don't know what. Centered locate.
It was the basement of a bar, right?
That is the image that you remember. Why am I having such a hard problem? Oh, I'm looking in the wrong section. Hang on. Notes. There we go. I'm still getting my notes.
Titus?
Titus.
I don't know how to spell that.
Titus.
Okay.
Yes.
It could also be Titus with a D. From Kimmy Schmidt.
Fair point.
I wrote both down.
Gotcha. Yeah. Titus was the last person investigating. There's an attachment of the various images. You see that basement image that you had seen before. You see another image that looks like it's taken from a little farther back and at a slightly different angle. And you can see a hanging like placard that says the Eben Dart. And it looks like a black throwing dart. And very like old school bar tavern type place. Yep. And that is it.
Well, I'm going to come back out to them and say, hey guys, our first really exciting mission is to go to New Jersey.
God damn it.
Well, and it is specifically Jersey City.
Yeah.
Which is right through the tunnel.
Real fun, exciting adventures are going on with Mysterium.
All right, well.
But yeah, there's some shit going on at a bar.
I guess we text Mammon. It's like, hey, when you wake up, meet us at the subway.
We're here. Well,
that's a bold move, trusting that I'll see it.
Well, we don't know you very well yet.
This is very true.
Just text him and be like, meet us, or ask me if he's awake first, actually. If you're up, can you like come over and then we can go? That
is on you, John. How
are you
Mammon,
awake?
Yeah, how's Mammon going to handle this?
What time is it right now?
Yeah, by the time you've seen it, 9:30, getting close to 10. Yeah, that buzz through the Eben Dart. You guys going to look around?
Sure.
I think so.
No.
Okay.
I mean, Okay.
I'm going to find just going there, yeah.
Okay, so the Eben Dart is it's a 2-story tavern. It's kind of up elevated. You guys already know that from those pictures that around the side is a big There's a woman who says hello.
Start with a C. Yeah. I was reading the characters in the comment. Corella?
Yes. Colorosi. Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Yes, Colorosi. Which actually I can filter. So let's make this easier on myself. Does that work? Yeah, it does. Yeah. So there is a, early 40s woman who approaches. Her name tag says Rosie. And she kind of looks at you and goes, 4 for lunch?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And preferably a booth.
Yeah, you can pick. And I mean, yeah, there's this matter, tables are used, booths are used. There's a couple people actually eating at the bar, but the demographic looks mostly blue collar folks. There's a couple guys that are, like in suits, and they have that look of like they know the bar. Like this is, they're like, oh yeah, no, we go here for lunch because it's good. Kind of look, but and nothing's pretentious. The music is like classic rock. And
as you walk over, Word just kind of grumbles under her breath, I hate booths.
Okay.
Hatred to have.
It's also weird.
Yeah. We just gotta have an elbow out.
Yep. Okay. So you guys settle yourselves at the booth, like about 30 seconds after your feet are all firmly planted. The woman Rosie comes over, passes out menus, and hi, I'm Rosie. I'm going to take care of you. What do we want to start with?
Well, I'll have a coffee, please.
Do you have any herbal tea? Something with lemon?
Earl Grey?
Sure, that'll work.
Okay.
I don't mind bergamot.
She goes, bergamot, that's a new word for her. Looks to the...
what are your beers?
I don't drink, but yes, she has beers. Lonram does not drink. But, yeah. Yeah,
So
the usual suspects.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. What you would expect, plus a couple local, brewery type things.
Crafty boys.
Crafty boys.
Yeah. I'm going to go for one of those. I'm also definitely getting carded.
Yep. Actually, hang on. Let me double check on Rosie. Because I at least made virtues and vices for them. So, yeah, she's totally... Yeah, you're totally getting carded. And then Songbird?
Yeah, I'm having a beer too.
Okay.
For sure.
She's and starters, appetizers, anything? As she's like already drifting back.
We're good. We'll let you know.
Cool.
Right, so we're looking for a dude named Titus.
I'll take the loaded potato skins, please.
Absolutely. Titus?
Yeah.
Nobody works here named Titus.
Oh, our mistake then.
Okay.
Before you go, Rosie, can I get some yam fries?
Yam.
Sure. Sweet potato fries.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, sure. And she has that like hesitant like, is there going to be one more? Okay, then she scurries.
God, this is
actually
Jesus Christ. You're going to give me a heart attack.
Just like rejuvenate.
I had this exact table today.
Do you need a moment?
Yep, I'm good.
Is it PTSD kicking in?
Okay. So,
but yeah, to you guys, we are hunting a dude named Titus, if he's around.
Are we hunting or just looking for?
They would like him returned. He's a sleepwalker that works for us. They sent him here to check things, but he hasn't called back.
What are you saying, John?
Did we all get that text, or
you two did?
It would be me and you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Weird goes, I've never heard of this name before. Go ahead. What were you saying? Mage Sight what?
I'm going to activate Mage Sight. Time and Fate.
Oh, that's what I was going to suggest we do.
Okay, so Time and Fate. So we have Time and Fate, Forces and Prime, Death and Matter, and oh my gosh,
Death and Matter.
No, because he's not Moros. He's Mysterium.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He's
Space and Mind. Oh. Yeah. Mastigos is the only other one I know. Okay. Yeah.
So we got all 8 of them?
No, because you were missing life and spirit.
And life.
Oh, right.
Yep. So looking around the upper level of the bar, nothing really kind of comes across as like, this is, arcane, this is magey, this is, anything like that. When as Rosie's kind of working and stuff like that, and this is we lost Craig.
No, I'm good.
Okay. It's and just remind everybody, it is Saturday. It is March the 16th. She's working with stuff, and everything seems normal. You watch Rosie walk to the back and stuff, and she hands the sweet potato fries and the loaded baked potatoes to a younger waiter who has the very long-suffering look of, my parents own the place, and so I work here on the weekends. And she kind of like, it's very sullen, and then she's next to your table and she's bright and cheery, and she's like, yeah, here you guys go. I
feel it.
Yep. And Atratus,
I feel it.
Atratus picks up on like she's healthy, she's got her soul intact, but there's some deathy stuff that she's kind of brushed up against. And her name tag says Sylvia. But she drops that off, and her mom comes up like behind with the 4 drinks and passing them all around, and hands down the glass of Earl Grey, and like there's a little lemon wedge, a little bit of honey, and some sugar packets. And she's like, I don't know what to do with you, but here you go. Here's a bunch of stuff. You just decide. And then they're like, okay, did you guys,
You said that she brought the sweet potato fries, but what's up with my loaded
potatoes?
They're there too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ben was like, where's my... Oh, they're there. Okay. But yeah, everything's loaded down. And like Sylvia kind of, like, Mom. And, Rosie goes, kind of moves off. And Sylvia is like, did you guys decide on, what you guys want to eat? Or are we just doing the appetizers this year?
I think just the apps.
I think I'm going to have the bacon turkey club.
She's like, okay, sure.
What's the biggest, ugliest burger you have?
She's like, the monster? Sure.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay.
Anybody Are we
else?
Killing you?
Yeah, I need a salad.
You know what, though? I don't really like mustard, but if I could just get extra mayonnaise, like I want a thick slathering of mayonnaise on the top.
All right, let's move along so we don't
also the bottom.
Let's move along so we don't kill Chris. But yeah, so she starts and she's like, hang on, let me actually pull out the pad. She actually starts writing notes real quick. And Songbird and Travis, you guys actually order food?
I said a salad.
Yeah.
I just get something simple, just like a sandwich.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, and the menu basically looks like burgers, sandwiches, salads. That's about all you're getting here, anyways.
I mean, it's a bar.
Right. Yeah, so she takes that. Okay, and 5-10 minutes, and skedaddles.
Going to
it's a quick turnaround for Saturday lunch.
We should talk to her later.
Okay.
So nobody else gets anything on Active Mage site?
Not here.
Trying to explore the bar.
Yeah, I've got a lot of acanthus to Sylvia. Sylvie? Yeah, Sylvia. That's what I thought. And so what? Yeah. So basically, kind of what is your role that you're using to kind of impress and come across as not creepy?
Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
I have a mind spell that can help him, right? I'm trying to scroll through. It basically gives him a higher result on his first encounter, like on a social level.
Oh, yeah. I do know the one you're talking about.
Shit, where is that?
Yeah. So
First Impressions is literally called First Impressions.
That's the one, yeah. So Songbird says, hey, I'm going to go chat with Sylvia real quick.
Yeah. Let me read it real quick. So I'm going to need a DM ruling on this because it doesn't specify if I am casting it on myself or another person. It just says that I can dictate how a subject will react to a social interaction, making her more or less inclined to listen to an argument. The spell effects.
Oh, yeah.
So you're casting it on her.
Maneuvering.
You're casting it on her.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yes, I am going to do that.
So Songbird is heading over, and after saying, "Hey, I'm going to go talk with her a second," and so you're going to cast First Impressions,
which is going to be my Gnosis plus Mind. Mm-hmm. Oh, hang on. I'm still getting used to this roll macro.
Yeah. I'm going to change that eventually.
And because I have been having such actual shit, I'm going to use my phone as a mirror again. Does that still work for Mind?
Well, it depends on the spell. Right? In this case, Mind and the mirror and like viewing things internally and stuff, that's not what this spell is. What you would need is something
maybe rod.
Like a rod, or there's another one.
It's like a manipulation spell, right?
Mm-hmm. Manipulating the direct world, coins, rods. Yeah, rod is what you would need.
Okay, I don't have a rod.
Okay,
a knife.
You have a knife.
You got a spoon. You got a knife and a fork.
Yeah, I guess I could use
worked
material
knife. It is a worked material.
Yeah, so pull a knife and go. Oh wait, hang on. Flip it upside down.
Twirling it.
Yeah.
And I am, because I've been having such shit rolls today, I am going to use another willpower.
Okay. And this is improvised, so right? You don't have it as a rote or praxis, right?
Correct.
So you don't get a skill bonus.
Right. No skill bonus. Oh, right. Sorry. One thing to clear that up, since we're bringing it up, I did read, and it's in the spellcasting thing. If you cast a rote, you do not have to use the rote mudras. You just, because you know it, you can get the reach. So I think I denied somebody that the other day, or said that they couldn't do it casually. So if you know it as a rote, even if you're not using the mudras, you can still get the free reach because you still know it as a rote. So
that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. So Gnosis plus space, 2 successes. Fabulous. It is reduced by her composure. So it's withstood. So you have by default 3, just because you have a mind of 3. So this spell affects the next social maneuvering attempt against the player, raising or lowering the first impression by levels equal to potency. She is a 16-year-old girl. She does not have much composure, so her level is changed by 2. So social maneuvering.
So whatever I roll plus 2
effectively
results.
Yep.
Okay. So I think.
And I don't know if your looks or fame may apply here. So I'm looking for that merit, but go ahead.
I think I'm trying, like, without being like, because I'm definitely both, like, Songbird and Chris are trying to not be like creepy hitting on a fucking 16-year-old girl. Mm-hmm. But like, I think he is aware of his like good looks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Aware of the effect you have on women.
Right. Well, not just women.
Yeah. Let's just say.
Yeah.
So I think he's like playing it cool, like. Mm-hmm. And he's got an accent from somewhere far away and stuff like that. So I think of trying to be, I guess, mysterious and definitely not threatening.
Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely say that's persuasion.
Okay.
Unless you're wanting to use intimidation, but your striking
persuasion
looks
definitely seems.
Yeah, and your striking looks does apply as long as it's. Oh, actually, any social role. So literally anything you pick, you just have a bonus. So yeah, what 2 are you thinking of?
I think presence makes more sense.
Presence plus what though?
Oh, presence plus persuasion.
Okay, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, because I'm more my force of personality rather than like actually
being manipulative,
saying something and being manipulative. Okay, and then striking looks is just a bonus.
Plus 2.
Plus 2, okay. Mm-hmm. I couldn't remember.
And then whatever that results in, that'll also be bumped up 2 levels. Oh!
Fuck yeah.
Okay, now I can't remember if...
Stop stealing all my good dice rolls.
Man, you're just playing the bard, all right?
Again.
Yeah.
I'm playing the Skald.
Yeah. Character knows the vice, which you don't, can make an offer, apply leverage, when blah, 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 blah. So what's the impression? They start off as average and then a successful roll. Okay, so all you need is a success. Okay. So it was started at average. You moved it up to good by yourself, and then the mind spell moving it up by 2. It's a perfect impression. So they have a good, which also means you can attempt to move doors 1 per turn instead of, because even if it was a step lower, then it's 1 per hour. And you might be here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as for opening doors, the actual skill roll, it doesn't necessarily need to be a social thing, blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to remember the exact thing, because if I remember, yeah, okay. The circumstances when the persuader first asks, the nature of the favor being asked, and then other relevant factors. Okay, so you're up front basically saying, hey, I know you lied about Titus. I want you to tell me what you really know. I think is basically what you're after, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Successful roll opens 1. If you know aspirations, failures. Okay, cool. With that, you've started off. You've got that first good impression, and at each interval, you can meet the victim. I hate that it says that, but the target, and make a roll based on the situation, how you're persuading to open a door. Successful roll opens 1 door. An exceptional opens 2 doors. Failure gets a cumulative -1 on all future rolls, and may potentially lower the impression.
Okay.
So yeah, so you come up, you persuade, and you're like, hey, I know what, and she goes, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, it's no big deal. What's going on?
We're just, my friend over there, the one in all black, like Titus is a friend of hers, and she's just kind of worried about him. I hadn't heard from him in a while. This was like, apparently, he had been hanging out here a while, or been a regular or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. And go ahead and roll persuasion, presence and persuasion. Actually, in this case, you are manipulating. So yeah, let's do that. But you'll still have your +2. Okay, so that's no doors and -1.
Look at all those ones.
And a -1 on. No. And so she goes, yeah, I mean, it's not really my problem. I hope she finds this Titus guy that I've totally never heard of before. And you can roll again if you want to change tax or something like that. But you do now have a -1 on it.
Okay.
I mean, you can stay with the same tax.
Okay.
Instead, that I'm just saying if you
change it up a little bit and notice.
Sorry, because I realized one thing that we can do is you can force doors. Which basically you make a roll of doors that...
How many doors do I have to open?
That you are not told. Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it is based off of... let's see here. Number of doors changes as...
Trouble with the girl?
Not just yet. Because it's literally been 3 seconds. 1 turn is 3 seconds. So he's basically gotten over there and said something to her. So a victim has a number of doors based on the lore of resolve or composure. Out of character, you know that she only has 1 composure. And then if the announced goal is a point of breaking point or active hubris, that adds more doors. If it prevents them from doing an aspiration or obsession, that adds doors. So you're looking at only maybe like 2 or 3 doors.
Okay.
You're not asking her to do anything too dramatic.
Yeah. I think I'm going to back off just a little bit, from the manipulation and just try and just talk it through a little bit more.
Okay. And then are you going to try and force the doors? Now, the caveat is if you fail, she never wants to, she's going to bail off and you're not going to be able to, you aren't going to be able to talk with her.
Yeah, I don't think I want to force it.
Okay. It does not, I hate the fact that they use force, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're being aggressive or intimidating.
Sure.
It's just you're cutting straight to the chase. So, okay. But yeah, go ahead and roll again. And the modifier will only be 1 now.
All right. Okay.
So that's one
Feast or famine tonight for Chris Britt.
One success, unfortunately. So that's 1 door down at least.
Okay.
And she goes, there was a guy, Titus, I guess, who maybe was around here a bit, but I didn't really I brought him food. That's it.
Cool. I think I'm gonna just keep pressing her a little bit.
Okay. And roll again. Okay. And that gets all our doors down. She's like, okay, listen, like, yeah, there's this guy. He came around. He was asking about the basement, like you guys were, and there's other guys here who were using the basement before he showed up. I don't like. You can talk to my dad. All right, my dad had to deal with the weirdos who came around before, and then Titus was asking about them. That's all I know. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Sure. Leave me
Remember,
a tip.
always tell the truth and stay in school.
It's just like, yeah, okay. Leave me a tip.
Yeah, slap a 20 down on the bar.
That is just like, it's gone.
Your favorite person now.
Yeah. And with that little bit of a reveal, we'll call it here for this episode. And then we will be back next week. Or maybe just a couple days. I haven't decided our launch schedule yet, and we'll pick up there as we figure out more about who these weird people are and what Titus was up to. See you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching episode 3 of Occultist Anonymous, where we're checking out the Black Dart Inn tavern thing. Curious to see where this goes. Please make sure to like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. If you want to follow us on Twitter, we are on Twitter as Occultist A, and then you can find us on Patreon if you want to support us, get us some money so we can buy upgraded equipment, stuff like that. That's patreon.com/Occultist Anonymous, and links are down in the doobly-doo. Sorry, Matt Colville had to steal that.